Hey guys, Todd here with RC Ohio. I just did a little mod to the battery box on my Losi 5B. If anybody's got a 5B with any kind of pipe on it, you'll know where I'm coming from when I say it's impossible to get to anything but one screw on the battery box. So I had to come up with something, especially because at this point I'm running lipos for my radio gear, and I'm a responsible lipo owner, so I don't care to leave a lipo in a car when I'm done running it or whatever. I got to get that battery box open and get the battery out. On the Kraken KV5, I do have a Life battery, a Spectrum Life battery, that was recommended to me by John from Botogel. That one I just leave in there. I'm comfortable with that. The chemistry on Life batteries are a lot more stable, so I don't feel any danger with that. But anyway, this is about the 5B. I should just order a Life battery for it. Maybe I will. But I still wanted a good way of securing the battery box. So what I did essentially is I took a 3 by 16 millimeter grub screw, like so. I took two of them because there's two corners that are easily, or the most easily accessible on the battery box. And I feel like it definitely, being corner for corner, that's plenty secure. All four screws don't need to be in, so I've got two corner for corner. I took a grub screw like this, again, 16 by 3, and I had some body posts laying around. They're 1/4 inch body posts. You probably won't be able to see very well, but I cut it to length. And I center drilled the bottom. And the screw spot on the battery box is a little inset. So on the ones that I installed, I actually kind of just chamfered the edge of the body post a little bit, so it would make it down past that inset. What I did is I just ran the grub screw in about halfway, half the length of the grub screw, and then with the center drilled body post, I screwed that down on top of that grub screw in place of the screw that would originally have been in that location. And then on those two corners of the battery box lid, I very, very, very carefully, and I stress you got to be very careful about this, because there's not a lot of meat there in the plastic, so you don't want to go hog wild with the drill. I used a 1/4 inch drill bit, and I just drilled that screw hole out to a full 1/4 inch in both corners, which is a little snug. So after that, just to make it fit a little easier and everything, I took a small broach on the end of a Dremel, and I just ran it around the inside of those holes just a little bit, just to take a little bit more material out, so the lid would slide down over the posts. I'll show you what I did. So there's that. I don't know where I got those little tags for the body clips, but that'll make it a lot easier to get those in and out of there. I don't know if we'll be able to see the back one that's on the opposite corner of that. We'll see if I can get in there. Yeah, you can see it right back in there. And there's that one. All right, so that was just one little mod that I did. Hopefully, if I can help anybody out with it, I don't know. I think I saw an Elite RC's car, which he's an awesome YouTuber. If you don't know about him, check him out. His name is Elite RC. He's got some great cars and tons of great knowledge. You might want to check his channel out. I think he's done the same thing. I'm sure there's probably a kit out there to do this or whatever, but I didn't feel like looking for it or ordering it. I've got tons of RC parts all around, so I figured I'd be able to make that happen too. So, yeah, that's all I got for you right now. Well, I did do a little gas cap mod too. I'll show you that. Didn't really like the stock gas cap a whole lot. I don't like the little flat finger thing on the end sticking up out of the body. So I had this laying around, so I flattened out the top of the cap and drilled it into the top of the cap. That's that. It's got a little rubber gasket on the lid and a nice neodymium magnet to hold the lid down. So I did that, and yep. All right, yeah, just a couple small mods here and there. So, if anybody's got any questions regarding any of this, I'd be happy to answer them. Just leave them in the comments, and I will get back to anybody. I don't know. All right, have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.